Hello, Screven County Schools. I'm Marlene Harris, your instructional technology coach. Welcome to Tech Tip Tuesdays, where we'll talk about some technology tips and tricks in 5 minutes or less. This week, I'd like to talk to you about the Chrome Web Store, where you can go in and download some functional apps and extensions that will make your life easier and save you some time during your day. To begin, we'll go to our Chrome web browser and go to the Chrome Web Store. You can search for the Chrome Web Store. It's usually the first result that you have in your list. Once you're inside of your Chrome Web Store, on the right-hand side, you'll notice that you can scroll through and browse for different apps and extensions that are available. There are a lot of free educational apps out there, and you may find one that you want to use in your class. A word of caution, though, students cannot download these apps and extensions unless they have been placed on the approved list. So if you find one that you would like to use, please put in a work order so that Randy can add it to the approved list before you ask your students to go in and install it. Okay, on the left-hand side, you can actually search for an app or extension by name. You just type in the title of the app or the extension, and I'll go through that process with you in just a minute. But first, I want to tell you the difference between an app and an extension. An app is basically a computer program that works or runs inside of your web browser. An extension is a tool that adds some functionality to your web browser. The apps live in this apps menu that's in the top left of your bookmark bar. And if you click on that, the menu will open up and you can see all of the apps that you have installed for your web browser. If you would like to remove or manage those apps, you can right-click and remove or get some app information and that sort of thing. All right, now your extensions, on the other hand, they live up here on the right-hand side of your address bar. And I do have a few apps, a few extensions that I use throughout the day. A word of caution about extensions. They use computer resources, and so if you have too many of them installed, they may slow your web browser down. So only install what you're going to need and use on a regular basis. If you see one that you think you might like, go ahead and install it, try it out. If it doesn't work for you, or if you don't use it often enough, you can right-click on the extension and remove from Chrome, and you can also access the extension menu. If you click Manage Extensions, you can go in and manage all of your extensions from one screen. Okay, so let's go in and find a useful extension that I want to tell you about, and it's called Training for Google Apps. And I'll go into more detail about this particular extension in another webinar. Okay, so if I search for that, the results will populate here. Notice they list the apps first, and if there are more app results that you might want to look through, then you can go to the more results. The extensions comes next, and in this case, Training for Google Apps is an extension, so it'll be in the extension list. Go ahead and choose to add it to Chrome. And you're going to add the extension, and you usually have to give everything permission to have access to your Google account. Now that my Training for Google Apps extension has been added to Chrome, I see the icon for that up here in the right-hand side of the address bar, and now it's ready to use. We'll go into more details about how to use some of these apps and extensions, but I first wanted to make sure you knew how to get into the Chrome Web Store to download and shop for useful apps and extensions. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.